Alright, it's time to start talking about the 400 cost clan match, shuffle targets, 5v5 in the colony drop area. And what better way to start 400 cost than with the Gundam. The Gundam has two roles when the thrusters are maxed. It has shield, break stance mastery, and it has a ton of weapons to choose from, but today we're only going to go over the only one you should be using, which is the regular beam rifle. Do not use the hyper bazooka because it has a 6.7 second cooldown, which is almost as long as the overheat on the beam rifle. The SN has a sub-weapon for super napalm, but the swap time and the cooldown time of this is, and the splash range is too small. So you're better off using just the regular beam rifle. We're gonna go over why in a second. You do have two legitimate options in melee. The Gundam has level 3 priority, melee priority, so it'll power itself through other generals' level 2 priority, and has a 2.5 second cooldown time, which means you can do downswing and the downswing. However, the Gundam also has the hyper hammer, which is a very, very strong weapon, although it is restrictive in its combo capability. That being said, you already know how to use a saber, don't you? So we're going to go over just the hammer for now. There are legitimate reasons to choose both. I think that for the purpose of the clan match, shuffle target, you're better off using the hammer because the heavy stagger sets up opportunities for other people to do damage. Here's a sample build. I recommend having leg armor level 2 at least in this cost. There's a lot of leg breakers at 400 cost, and we want to power up our melee as much as possible and our range as much as possible. Melee damage is really high in this cost as well because of, well, the Gundam itself. So this is what I have for you today. Let's go over the weapons, let's go over the mindset, and let's get this done quickly.
Ready to begin?
Here we are. Alright, this is the map we're going to be in. We'll talk about positioning some other time. The Gundam beam rifle has a 1 second cooldown. You can fire it very quickly. It also has an 8 second overheat time. Remember how I said the hyper bazooka has a 6.7 cooldown time? Well, in that same-ish amount of time, the beam rifle goes from overheating to ready back up again. The focus time is a measly, like, 1 second or something like that. So you can do something like this. Because of its cooldown time and charge time combination, you can fire the charge gun twice. It's like having two insta-staggers, but it's one weapon. And 8 seconds pass, it's ready to go again. So the bread and butter with this thing, if you can't get close, is just peek, shoot. Peek, shoot. That's all you gotta do. The Vulcans suck. They're 2%. They do very little damage, but it's your only option of doing finishing off a target without committing to your beam rifle. Use HSM, stagger, chase down the guy, then get out of there. Let's go over stagger value. The charge shot does 70% stagger. The regular shot does 30% stagger. That equals 100. That means that anything with maneuver armor 1 can be, or I guess, shock damps or stabilization device will get stunned by a charge shot and a regular shot.
General type mobile suits feature
The key to remember here is that the metal spider has only MA1, so a charge shot into a regular shot will stun it. For suits like the Zaku Gelgook, which and the G-Line Assault Armor, the G Guard Custom, things with MA2 or DC1, Damage Control 1, you need to use 2 charge shots, and that'll stagger them. It takes a lot of commitment, but it's enough to stop it, and hopefully you're in range for the Hyper Hammer. You have 2 dodges. Remember to use that. And remember that enemy Gundams also have 2 dodges. If they dodge once, don't go for melee all the time, because they will probably have 2 dodges. Let's talk about the hammer. The hammer has a very long range, but a 4-second cooldown. This is the range you can hit it with the neutral swing. See, it's pretty good for neutral swing. You just kind of get to do whatever we want with it. Your damage opportunities are low because you have only the beam rifle, but your team will benefit greatly from an enemy being heavy staggered. This is also very good because we have things like the side swing, which sweep around and hit a lot of stuff. This can friendly fire, so be careful. But the physics of the hammer are extremely interesting. Didn't hit there. If I do this, I hit from here. If you know the distance that the side swing hits, which it should be about this range, you can get some pretty interesting attacks going off. Especially if you don't see them, like if they're behind you. No look pass, still hits them. Learning the arc of the side swing is pretty important. But remember that the side swing has a shorter range than the neutral swing. The side swing will miss from here, but a neutral swing, 1 second, will hit. Now let's talk about the biggest thing in the room, the downswing. Boom. It's not really a frame one, if you know fighting games, you know what I'm talking about, but for the purposes of this game, it basically is a frame one. The Gundam hammer is untackleable. You cannot tackle the hammer. Well, you can, but like it's not going to get you a counter hit. The cool thing about the hammer is that it hits on the way up and it hits on the way down. But you can't combo to it. This is not a true combo. Still does a lot of damage though. So come away from this knowing that you have 2 dodge rolls, you have shield break stance mastery, and you have a gun that can fire twice charged, has no overheat time, and it's 2 staggers. 1, 2, great stuff. And if you can't get to the enemy, don't worry about it. Just sit back, wait for your thing to overheat to end, and get back to shooting. And when it's finally time to get close, remember you have 2 dodges, you have 2 shots, you can do shit like this, and then just BAM! What are they gonna do? If the lag is good, if the lag is on your side, they can tackle and they'll still take the damage. All in all, this is a very good suit. Know when to use your hammer, know when to stay back and just shoot. The shooting damage is good, the melee damage is good. This suit can do it all. Oh yeah, that's right. So the Vulcans do 2%, the charged rifle does 70, the normal rifle does 30, the hammer is a heavy stagger no matter which way you hit it unless you do downswing, which does a lot of damage, and that's it. Give it a shot.